Rosette
Um,
giving them a little
essentially,
swirly. I'm like, bro,
I did not mean it like that. It's like that definitely did not mean it.
okay, I'm
Essentially,
listening.
they would
Yeah,
verbally and physically abuse them. Basically starve them to death. Constantly cutting their hair. Not cutting their hair like in a loving, tender way. Like I cut your hair
yeah,
because
yeah.
you did something wrong. So anyways, they went to jail obviously for the murder and the child abuse and stuff like that. Then once like the kids originally went to their grandmother I guess had some health problems and she was reportedly never proven but reportedly to be abusive to them and then she died. And then when she died, since both Emily and Monty were young, they didn't know how to call the police or like the ambulance. So actually it was I think it was like either like a week or 2 weeks like she was decomposing with flies around her, like around flies on her body, like she was decomposing. The grandmother was when like someone actually went to go check on her, the grandmother, and they found that she was dead and like she had two kids basically starving and rounding around her house. So they got thrown. They basically got put into foster care officially. Then they went to foster care, to foster family, foster family. Eventually, like the foster family before us, I guess. It was like she kept hearing weird sounds at night, so she went to go check up on her. Apparently, like her sister, Emily's sister, like started raping Emily, um, like
What?
every night. Cause like, think about it from their perspective. It's what they've always known, right? Like
Yeah.
throughout their entire life, basically. So
No, I was just
to
confused.
them,
So her sister was trying to.
was raping her like every night,
Okay.
like essentially. So they eventually decided to
Okay,
separate
that's.
their rooms, and we didn't know that, so we kept them in the same room. It wasn't until like a month or two
Oh
later
no.
where we actually figured out that. So I think we separated them. I think we did something. I guess it's like been a couple of years since that. So Emily came to us, and so we put them like we couldn't be go out in public because they would have mentals and breakdown. They couldn't do anything. They could not go to like a public restaurant. They couldn't go use the bathroom because of like the trauma to that. They couldn't take showers because they would just they would start screaming and for no reason at all really. They couldn't take showers, couldn't do anything, could barely go to bed without like immense amount of like care and like comfort and being like completely tired out. So and then so like that was like when they first came, and then so like now that Imani eventually went to live with her biological dad, like after he got a job and like did like required stuff to like qualify as a parent, I guess, or whatever the justice system required of him to get custody back, essentially. So after that, Imani got taken away, but Emily still has mental problems. She talks to herself constantly. She cannot tell the difference between real and reality. So like we literally had to like we were asking her like, well, like, cause she kept beating up people at school for saying stuff to her, but no one was saying anything to her. It was all in her head, um, and stuff like that. She basically like, if you were to tell her, like, it's like if you were to point to a tree, like we literally pointed to a tree, a physical tree outside of our house, and then asked her if it was real or not. She said it was not real. Like she has no concept of reality whatsoever. She has short-term memory loss. Especially affects her like learning and stunts her learning essentially. So I said like she's basically has the mental capacity of a 6-year old, even though she's 12, because of that reason. Imagine it's like basically, you ever seen 21st Dates, like where like the girl like gets reset basically, like over and over again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's essentially just
yeah.
that, but like imagine like it's a mess. It's like imagine I teach you multiples, right? I teach you like 5 plus 5 times 5 is 10, right? Like five times 5 is 25, right? And you remember it.
Okay.
For her, there's none of that. Like you might tell her that, and she will forget it by like the next 2 days or whatever. It's like she'll have like core memories. Like if you take her to the movies or something like that, she'll remember like that, but she'll act like that she saw that movie yesterday for the next like month, right? Because she can't move on past it. So that's essentially like what I like. She constantly, I think, eventually she landed at one school that actually had the resources to deal with her and her antics and stuff. But even then, like she used to like it's like it's a funny story, but like not really, because like they had like a Halloween, I guess, parade or race or whatever, and so like before this had happened, like my mom, I guess my dad had shown her like Batman, right? And so she got into a fight with a kid named Justin, but just as Batman because she saw the movie and couldn't discern like reality from fiction. So a kid literally got beat up with his own cape
Oh my
for
goodness.
being Batman.
He got
Um,
beat up for being Batman. It's crazy.
yeah, but like that just goes like it's just another evidence like she can't tell real from fake and fake from real.
Yeah.
It like she is like stolen from people. Like I said before, she is stolen from people. She has um physically assaulted other people like for literally no reason at all, like limited reasons at best. Like she called me a name, so I threw her to two tables. Like, and no, she's not us. She's not like 16 or 17 in high school. Like she's like a kid. Like this is you shouldn't be doing this. Period. But luckily,
Yeah.
like people are like teachers understood like her mental situation and everything like that. At least at our old school, but it still really doesn't help. So, but eventually, COVID actually helped her because she was at home and she could be monitored at all times. So basically, she was learning something. Like she's gotten better now, but not nearly as much as like the normal person would. So like, yeah, it's not great. Without going into much detail, it's not great at all in any sense of the way.
No.
So yeah, so yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Well,
Um,
hearing that puts it all into perspective. Are you finished with the story? Because I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, you're free to say your thoughts. I'll try to like if there's any other like questions or something like that, I'll try to add more
Yeah.
details to like
Okay.
yeah.
So one thing that definitely puts things into perspective now. Yeah, it's actually very sad, very disgusting. Um, and it's clear that she lived a very rough life. I mean, like I can understand a few things now, a lot more things now. Obviously, telling you the whole backstory, uh, puts things in more perspective.
Yeah.
Um, and with issues like that, yeah, an asylum does sound about right now. Yeah. Um, yeah,
Yeah, so you're free to keep
yeah,
questioning me. But
that
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
sounds about yeah.
So my
Um,
parents obviously didn't want
but
me
yeah,
to
in
experience the trauma of going to a asylum. So they basically told me to stay home. I couldn't go with them. Um, they
I mean,
had
it's a very
restricted
sad place.
It had restricted phone calls, so like I think one of the phone sessions was during the school day, so obviously I couldn't, call her as well. So and I think they literally stopped giving her her meds. Um, like my parents literally had to fight to get her meds back so she could be back on her meds to function as a normal human being or like as normal as
Right,
she is.
right.
So it was obviously it was not the greatest place. She got beat up constantly. She came back basically worse than she left. She's traumatized now. She refuses to basically go to school now.
I got you.
Um, so yeah, it's been pretty a rough week for me, honestly. Um,
Hold on, Keegan. Say that. Yeah, that's very. Um, I mean, yeah,
hell, it's
that's
been a rough
really
ass
sad.
life.
That would definitely
Appreciate it.
depress me too. Um,
So yeah, I don't
yeah,
like,
that's just
I don't like to
yeah,
delve into this on like a daily basis. So like, yeah,
like knowing me, like you know what I'm saying. You guys know me for what 4 years now. I'm a very optimistic person. I'm like, my core belief is that anyone has the potential to be greater than what they are now.
yeah,
But
it,
some stuff like that,
it got so
sometimes the
bad.
emotional
Like,
baggage is too
yeah, it got
too
so bad.
great.
All of her therapists have literally said there's little to nothing we can do for her. Her only hope
Dang, got
is her literal only
Oh my
hope. They
god.
literally said you need to go to church essentially. Like that's her only hope. There's nothing else that they could do or anything like that. and the thing is, the justice system doesn't work at all. Cause her dad, the person that lynched her out, basically said, like,
Fudge! Man, we were so close! Did you see that? I killed
Yeah.
2 of them!
And he's just laying out. Having fun.
Dang, now that makes me want to, like, go again. We were in second. But anyways,
the person that like her dad's getting out, I think next year, I believe, if I remember the.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
and those people are truly
So
monsters.
yeah.
I mean, that was my question before. Um, what what I've always wondered is what compels someone to really do something like that. Obviously, you're very mentally disturbed. Um, but it's
That's why I
like,
said. Like, that's why I know
oh my
like so
goodness,
much
this.
about.
Um,
That's why I said like I know so much about this stuff because A, it happened to me, and B, like I've already seen my sister go through the system and everything. I know how it works. It's nothing new. It's like, yeah, I've been around the block. Like,
no, it's just like what
it's like that's how I know like
compels
what
people to
predators
be
do.
like this.
It's the false sense of control because most creeps like that like don't have any control in their life. So like they go, what can I control? Like, oh, a little kid. Like, what are they gonna do? So like that's where they take kids.
Well,
Right.
no one's really born a monster. You're conditioned in some way, shape, or form.
But the
But
thing is, for Emily, she was screwed since birth. Like
no, yeah,
literally,
since birth, yeah. She's not a
yeah.
But like,
monster though. I'm saying
was
monsters like them,
Like,
like
but
her parents. I mean,
the thing is for her, she like there's a reason why she was like she had to get worse from the things because like right now, like the past week or two, she's been acting more and more like she. How do I put this without being really mean? Like you wouldn't understand because you don't live with me, obviously. But like she's been acting more erratic, more I guess
crazed.
compulsive. Yeah, and it's been getting really bad this past like I want to say 6 months, like really, 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 really bad. Mainly because
I mean, yeah,
I think
with
well like not just like her backstory like that's like years ago right now, but like right now it's beginning really bad. Like she's
no,
self
yeah, that's
harming
what
her.
I'm saying. With that
Like
backstory is so disturbing that that's why. That's why. Like things like that, they don't get better overnight, or
yeah, well
sometimes ever.
obviously yeah ever like for her right now we mainly think it's because of like she's turning into a
Tilted.
teenager and stuff, but like overall it's beginning real bad. Like, and especially as she gets older, the less people are gonna be lenient. Like like she's short, so she looks like a little kid. But like if
Yeah.
she gets older, like the more people are gonna be like, oh well, you stole from the store, so you're going to jail. Like that's for real. Like
Yeah.
if you or I like went to a store, robbed the place, and then left, we're getting the
All
cops
being
called on us
deported. Yeah.
or being deported. Like that's not joking. But for Emily, it's like there's no boundaries. Like we had like a babysitter come in here
He
for
gets
one
safe
day.
though.
Yeah, he's safe. But we literally had a babysitter come in for one day, and Emily told her her entire backstory with no with for like she basically like almost traumatized this poor girl like for no reason. That like I mean like obviously there's a reason, but like she doesn't have boundaries. She'll walk up to complete strangers and just talk to them. Like it's and like what frustrates me the most is like this man's getting out literally like next year or like the year after next. Like it's not long.
Yeah.
Ooh, crown.
Yeah, boy.
There's one outside.
Dang. Did you steal both of those?
Steal, no. Kill, yes.
Brody.
But yeah, that's why like most shit that y'all be like, oh, somebody called me a bitch today, so I'm so mad. It's like people call me a bitch all the time. Get the fuck over it. Like
I don't think anybody says that, but I
says what?
see.
He literally, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it today. I don't feel like it, but yeah.
Somebody, wait, what did he say? Somebody call me a what?
AJ, what'd you say? You
Don't
said
worry about it.
something about our group.
Essentially, just like I rarely like talk about shit like this. It's just like sometimes you gotta give people like a perspective of like where I'm coming from. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
Well, that's anyone.
yeah.
You know, something my mom has always said, like, you never know what someone's going through.
well now
That's,
you
yeah.
know. You know like half of what I'm going through. Like
Now, in turn, AJ, that still does not give you the right to be, like, I see this doesn't justify some of the actions you do. Two wrongs do not make a right.
what?
What do you mean? No, I'm just saying, like,
Like what action?
sometimes you just, yeah, what you do. Like, you like to
Like what?
antagonize people, stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's for me, it's like I'm witnessing somebody just be a punk for no reason. Like,
You
Right,
antagonize people that aren't
but
punks.
not, right. But here's the thing. That doesn't justify
Right.
you doing it.
oh my God, not you, but
Oh,
like,
we were in the top 10.
yeah, I'm so pissed off. I got aired out from I don't even know where.
Um,
My
in
crown that
front
I
of you.
rightfully stole. God damn you. Oh, oh. But yes, I antagonize people because like y'all. Sometimes people are just being bitches for being bitch sake. I've watched this crown change hands like 10 times. It's low key pissing
Dang,
me off.
that's
I
insane.
rightfully stole that shit. But yeah. Well, that's just how life goes, you know? Sometimes you just got shit to deal with.
Yeah, it's what
But
you
also,
make
it's like,
of those bad cards. It's what you make of them.
yeah,
It's what you make of them is what counts.
yeah. Well, I mean, sure. But like, yeah, it's not great. Like, life's not great over here. To put it lightly, it's not great. North Dakota, in Dominic's words, is not great. Like, it's not fun. Like, I'm literally having to watch my mother like drown herself in alcohol and like my entire family fall apart. Like, this is not great. Like, you understand? Y'all even hear me right now?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, it's just like,
I've heard Keegan say, "Or this dude's probably like, what the fuck?"
bro got traumatized. Bro got traumatized by contact. But yeah, that's why most shit don't like phase me really. Like you can like as many times people call me a bitch and stuff like, oh, you're not gonna do nothing. Like, yeah, I'm not, because you're not worth my time.
Well, I mean, that's just an empty threat. I mean, I don't know why anybody cares so much about that. I mean, yeah, so what? So what if somebody calls you a punk?
Like, you're not gonna do anything about it. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm not gonna do anything
I
about it.
mean,
People have
yeah,
done that.
I
Like,
don't
I'm
care.
wasting my time. Like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna just jump off the building. It's fine. No, you can have it. It's fine. I'll just reboot. It's nothing. Whoever's alive don't die.
This dude is still in there. Keegan, are you here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was pondering existence right now.
No, I was in the bathroom.
He was pondering his two orbs, bro.
let's roll.
Ah, I got a flashbang. Damn, that shit was brighter than usual. Bro, I can't even land. These niggas already shooting at me, bro. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yo,
Dude.
yo, how y'all feel about banning all guns? Y'all down with me? Y'all down? Like, for real though? Do
You
you care
want to
that
ban
much
all
about?
guns?
You wanna ban? Yeah, you wanna ban all guns?
No, I'm not even saying that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just surprised you want to ban all guns. You do, AJ? Do you?
Who the fuck do you... Last time I checked, I'm black, right? So I think I
Yeah.
want to ban all guns. Looking at my skin tone, I believe I do.
Why would you be in black mean you
Yeah.
want
So
all guns to be banned?
I'm
Well,
confused. Black people love guns. I don't get what you're saying.
well, I kind of want to
That's all they
live.
have. That's all they
Like,
use.
I mean, I'm still in school. Like, we had 2 lockdowns in the past like month. I'm good. Like,
It's a different issue. That's a issue of getting rid of assault rifles
Here's what I
and
personally
assault
think.
guns.
This
no,
gun
I
debate,
mean,
I don't
I'm
know
just
why
saying.
we
No, my
fight
thing
so
is
long and
personal. No,
hard.
my thing is personally. Like, if no one has a gun, then why would you need a gun? Like, if you take away all guns.
I get that.
Okay,
How are you missing 10 of
I
your
get what you're
shots?
saying.
No, you have a sniper rifle and I have an assault. How are you missing 10 of your shots? No, no, you're just trash. Trash. Absolute I'm sorry, I was yelling at a kid. My bad. I got sidetracked. What was y'all saying? Freaking noob. But yeah, like it. Son of a. No, but it's like, why would. What do you need? Most people will like, oh, I need a
Dang,
gun
my
for
game is just
protection.
lagging.
Like, but like,
Protection from what?
exactly. Like, what are you protecting yourself from? What do you need an AK-40? What do you need 10 AK-47s for?
Here's my thing. Right.
Who are you protecting yourself from?
I think
Fucking
that the
niggas?
only guns that should be allowed are hunting rifles and
Nah, no. Hunting rifles, no. They can. You just need a handgun. That's all you need. You don't need anything
you're
else.
telling me you don't think people should be able to hunt?
I mean, like, do you? You can find a better hobby than hunting.
People don't hunt just for hobby. People hunt to eat food. If we can't hunt, how
Hello?
are you gonna eat any meat?
Your computer blew up? Is there smoke or something? Or like, okay, bet we'll see you in here for a second. Bye. Dom says computer blew up, but he'll be back in a couple seconds.
Alright.
Don't ask me how. But no, I mean, yeah, I guess okay, yes, you're free to hunt. But most people, the thing is, I've like there's been school shootings where people use hunting rifles. Like the guy who shot Trump, he used like a gun he used to hunt with. Like
Well, that's not a school
you,
shooting though.
I know it's still a shooting. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't
But
want to get shot. I'm not
alright.
Trump's #1 fan, but like you
So
shouldn't be wanting to shoot anybody. Like if they know, my policy is if you want to go to like hunting, right? You know how like hey, most people go hunting for the sport of it. We not in the trenches no more. You don't need to do that. Most
right, but
people go
somebody
hunting
does
for
need a hunt.
then they're not living in America. I don't know where they are,
Yeah, they
but they
are.
don't live here.
How do you think
So
you get your meat?
this thing called a farm. They kill my cows and then they make steak out of it. That's how I got my steak this today.
That's not the
Or I guess
only
I
way
had.
that meat is gotten. There are people that are hunters that get meat taken to butchers.
You know that 1% of us that are hunters, good for them. They're still hunting and gathering. They need to go to the Walmart real quick.
Right, but I'm
Like,
saying don't take their ability to do that away. I'm not saying that we shouldn't get rid of
but the thing is,
certain guns.
when something's being used incorrectly so much,
Yeah, you're right. It's being abused. That's why you put
like,
regulations on it. There's not enough regulations on guns.
like
If
at
there
all,
were
like
enough regulations, it would be a lot harder to get a gun in this
literally,
country.
literally, I can buy a hunting rifle right now.
It is
Well, I guess
easier
right
for
now
me to get.
I need to
It
be
is
18,
easier
but
for
like,
me to get a gun in this country than it is for me to get a dog.
yes, for a dog, you need all these things. People need to come, like, for when we
People need
adopted
to come to
Emily.
your house.
Yeah, when we adopted Emily, our house needed to have space. But
Yeah,
mind
that's
you,
how
I already
we
lived
adopt
there.
our dog.
Like like mind you, for a whole human being, right? We needed to check our house. They needed to evaluate our entire family, not just us three, but like our extended family as well. They had to,
Hmm.
mind you, I already lived there. Multiple kids have lived in my house. Like my cousins and stuff, they've lived in my house for years. And no one has ever had a problem. It wasn't like we were living in the trenches either. We had a nice house. They still we had problems with us to adopt a kid. But for a gun, I can literally go to our Walmart down the street. I guess I need to be 18. I can wait a year and then go buy a gun.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't mean like these pistols. No, I mean like these heavy ass armory. Like, my policies for hunting. Like, you know how they have basically like where you go in to sign in for hunting. Like, they have hunting ground. You can't just go hunt
Oh, he's so
random
low.
people off the street. Oh, Dominic, see, we gotta go back to lobby anyway. So yeah. My policy is that if when you're about to go on a hunt, they should keep your guns there. You should not be allowed to go home with your hunting rifle at all. You should not, because you're not doing anything at home.
What's your
They
stance?
should be kept on the range. They should not. You shouldn't be able to go wherever you want with it.
Okay.
Like you shouldn't, because like you can be like, oh yeah, my kid's perfectly sane, but the kid could get bullied one day, and then boom, 10 kids dead for no reason.
Okay, so what you're doing is snowballing. You're
Hmm.
saying this thing, yeah,
Okay,
if,
wait, can I back
pretty
you up?
much
Because
you're
you came in
okay.
like halfway here,
Okay,
right?
okay. But
So
first,
like,
I want to hear Keegan's thoughts now. I get your stance. You're saying we should outright ban all guns, hunting
no, I
rifles, and
had like a
hunting
different
equipment.
stance because you were gone.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, let me
I
hear Keegan first.
personally, I just think there needs to be more regulations on guns. I don't think there's enough regulations. I don't think there's enough. There's not enough background checks, especially um, in certain states like Oklahoma. There's no restrictions on background checks, and
Hmm.
I think you need to go through an extensive amount of background checks to be able to own a gun, to be able to buy a gun. Um, I think you need to be able to go through an evaluation, all these things that you don't have to do. I think you need to be able to do, or you should have to do to be able to get a gun, because we're out here just selling guns to fucking anyone,
Hmm.
especially in certain states. And that makes the problem so much worse. Now you also have to consider in situations like Ethan Crumbly, he got the gun from his dad, right? So you have to consider that. That's why they have to do an extensive background check on the people around them, the stability of their home, all of this stuff, because it all contributes to what happens with that gun. Now, I also think that it needs to be limited to only handguns and to only hunting rifles. I think hunting is fine, as long as you have a license to hunt, you should be able to hunt. If that's what you want to do, that's what you get to do. Um, a handgun, if you want it in your house, that's fine for safety, whatever. Keep it in a safe. I mean, that's my personal thing, but I mean, obviously they can't make that a law. But handguns and hunting rifles, I think should be. I don't think there should be any sort of semi-automatic, automatic, none of that on the market at all. It should not be able to. there should be no access to the public to that. And I don't, quite frankly, I don't think um our local cops should be able to have that type of weaponry either, right? I think the army, sure, when they're going into war, sure, but I don't think our local cops should be able to have access to a semi-automatic rifle. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay. Speaking of military stuff, just like a quick side note, man, the stuff they're making is insane. Like I'm not even
Bro,
a
oh my
military
God,
guy,
I
but
know.
like the jets
I
they're
know.
making, I'm not gonna lie, they look kind of sweet. Like this
Well,
something
no,
straight out of
bro.
Macross. Oh man, they're sweet.
No, cause my uncle, he works on planes, but the planes he works on are for the military.
Oh, that's so
Um,
sick.
so the facility he works in, he said he was gonna take me on a tour next time we go down there, but the facility he works in, it's completely like the only thing they work on is military equipment. Whether like part of the facility is weaponry for the planes, part of the like facility is just the planes itself. Um, but I'm like so excited to go see like the facility and stuff next time I go to Texas because it's gonna be so fucking sick. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
man, so specific.
my uncle, yeah, my uncle, and my aunt, and my well, she wasn't my aunt, but she, sure, we'll call her aunt. My uncle and my aunt, and my cousin were all in the military. So yeah, I get that, like, and
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah, my uncle worked on a aircraft carrier. Uh,
Oh, that's
so
sick.
yeah,
Um, okay. Well,
but
back to
yeah,
the gun thing now, I guess.
yeah,
Well, my
when it,
personal thoughts. Um, here's what I'm thinking. I'm all about compromises and whatnot. I hear the extreme right, I hear the extreme left, yada yada yada. My personal thought is this shouldn't be such a huge fight. Honestly, the way I look at it, I think guns are fine. Would I personally ever use a gun? Probably not. I told Keegan this and everyone else who was at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you weren't there. I was. It was during breakfast, dude. You should have came.
Oh, it was during breakfast.
Yeah, I was telling everybody how like I went to like Monty was telling us was like gun range adventures and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. Me personally, I just don't like holding things like
Mm-mm.
that. Like I do
Me neither.
like holding a gun. I actually can't. But anyways, I think guns, aside from my personal opinion, like affiliations with them, I think they're fine. I think we should still have guns. It's just we should be way stricter
Mm-hmm.
on how you obtain them because there's so many third-party sellers, actual sellers that like sell guns to just anyone, anyone can have a
Agreed.
gun at this
Yeah.
point. Honestly, your father, AJ, you're a reminder, your father can buy a gun for you. Like
Yeah.
that, like it's
Like
super
Ethan
easy.
Crumbly.
Yeah.
yeah, like
So
there's
it's
a
like,
little Walmart, but like there's a Walmart literally 5 minutes
yeah,
from me
there's a
that sells
Walmart
something
that
rifles,
literally sells guns.
pistols.
I did
So
not
like,
know.
yeah,
Yeah, the Walmart can sell you a gun. It's a Walmart. Anybody, and you know what I'm saying. But
Right.
anyways, I think we should be much more
I'd be
stricter.
afraid to rob Walmart though. Low key, they be they got it right there. Hold
So
on.
we should have guns, but we should be a bit more stricter. This is to appeal to like that left side that are like, no, we need our guns or whatever. Yeah, we can have guns, but we need to be a little bit more stricter. I also like what Keegan said. We should be limiting what guns we sell. We should not have like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many firearms, so many different firearms that are
Mm-hmm.
that you're able to buy these days. I do not think you need that many.
Agreed.
There's so many. I can't name really any off the dome right now, but there's so many. You do not need that many guns. We should definitely be limiting the types of guns you're able to buy, and then limiting and then being a bit stricter on how you obtain those guns.
Mm-hmm.
Hunting, I think is a-okay. I think it's fine. My granddad likes doing that. I think it's all cool.
Yeah.
Um, and in terms of like, you're not even allowed to use the guns until hunting season starts, anyways.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I think that's fine. Um, yeah, that's my personal stance on it. So so we can still have guns to appeal to that
Mm-hmm.
one side, but we need to be a little bit more stricter, and we need to remove a lot of those weapons that are unnecessary to appeal to
Yeah.
that other side. That is my personal thought. an
Agreed.
opinion.
Agreed.
Well, like I know how you said like when you can only use the gun during hunting season. Like you know the dude that shot Trump the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time. He basically asked either his dad or grandpa. I think was it grandfather? I know it was somebody, some dad or grandfather. Basically, he asked them for a gun for hunting. Obviously,
Okay.
bro did not do it at the hunting. I
Wait,
don't know if it was
the
hunting
dude that
season.
shot him in the ear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Okay, yeah,
He
yeah.
shot him with the gun that
Here's the
he
thing.
he bought for hunting.
Here's the thing. All right. There's always gonna be these outliers, right, of things that happen. Um, you're not gonna, right? Let's say we restrict guns completely out of the U.S. There's still gonna be times where guns
Oh yeah,
get
absolutely.
used a lot, especially in the first few years. Now, does that mean that it's not effective? No, right? If you limit the gun, the like if we do all the things like we're saying, like restricting and all that, it will limit the school shootings, the shootings, all of this, right? That doesn't mean there's not going to be people that abuse it. There's people that abuse everything, no matter how
Yeah, yeah,
small of a
of
thing it
course.
is.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
like
like you can just be like, yeah, I wanted a gun for anything. Like it could be like for sport. It could be like I'm training to do like be like guy in the Olympics. Well, he's the only dude. I like the guy with the guy with the gun resistant glasses.
yeah.
Yo, my
Mm-hmm.
goat. Anywho,
Okay, but yeah, there's always gonna be a bad apple in every
Right.
community. AJ, there's bad
yeah.
people in the Transformer community. You know what I'm saying? Like, so no matter
Oh
what,
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah,
Also,
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? No
Some of these
matter what,
older dudes need to chill.
yeah, they get just kind of weird.
But
But
yeah,
anyways,
like
that's
I've
beside the
had
point.
guns pulled up on me and stuff. And so it's like, especially like as a kid, it's like you don't need that. Like some people be like, oh, it's for protection. I mean, really, like who are you protecting against? Like for
he-
instance, I was passing out flyers. This is in broad daylight. I wasn't like hunched over like lurking or anything. I was straight up passing out flyers door to door. Right? There was no soliciting sign or anything on this door. I walk up, I knock, hey, you wanna sign up for things like just like early action voting or whatever. This man and this old woman, like, well, I guess they're both old, so both an elderly couple. The old woman had a bat, and then the old man had a literal shotgun. I don't know what type of
What
shotgun.
the
I'm
heck?
not a gun expert. It like literally at me, and I'm not 16. I was like I think 12, I believe at the time. Then like a month later, this time it was at night, and my mom basically borrowed a Tupperware, and I went to the wrong house. I knocked on the door, just rang the doorbell or whatever, and this guy comes out with the pistol behind his back. And mind you, I saw him look through the the little hole in the door. What's it called, peephole? Yeah, look through the
Mhm.
little peephole. I could see him like do it, like I could see him like moving by the thing. He saw it was a kid, and he still had a gun. And I was just returning Tupperware, and it was like 12 at the time. I
Here's the thing.
wasn't
Here's the
really
That
thing.
reminds
tall.
me of a story where this guy pulled into a driveway to like,
And the,
you know what I'm
I,
saying? Like, you know how you pull into people's driveways to like turn around?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you go in there and you like to go the opposite way. Yeah,
Mhm.
somebody got shot and died because they did
Jesus
that.
Christ.
That
All
reminds
right.
me of that.
AJ,
like,
here's the thing.
no, it, like, really, like, think about that. Like, I did nothing wrong. I was a kid. I wasn't, like,
Mm-hmm.
fooling around or anything. I literally almost got popped. Luckily, my uncle was there for, like, the first time, so he de-escalated the situation. But he was, like, a couple seconds later. I would not be talking to you right now.
Here's the
Like, legit.
AJ. Here's the thing. This is why I said. This is why Dominic and I both said it has to be harder to get guns, and this is why I said background checks.
No, they
Right? You have
went,
to,
no, my
no, you
uncle,
have to go. This no. What I'm saying, to get a gun, you should be able to have to pass a background check of mental stability, past mental problems, right? Family members, you should have to pass a background check when you're trying to get a gun, because it would prevent things like this to happen. Now, does that mean it would never happen? No. Okay, it like shit like this, it happened here and there, yes, but it would be limited.
Along with the background checks, dude, honestly, no. All of it. No, here's what we need to do. We need to treat this like you're getting your driver's license. We need to take a written
Exactly.
test. We need to take
Exactly.
a shooting test. We need to take, you know what I'm saying? We need actual tests. We need a test, you know, the written test for how to use the firearm. Well, you know, just a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to score a certain percentage, and then we need a target test to even see if you can even hold it and to even use it.
AJ,
That's what we need.
so many of the problems when it comes to guns stems from the root problem of the accessibility that we have to guns in this
I
country.
don't think you. I don't. Let me add some more context to it because I don't think you're getting the whole picture.
Okay.
The second person, I don't know because it was like the middle of the night and we didn't talk to him more. My uncle, he basically got a hold of the basically trying to see if we should press charges. But while he was doing that, he basically got a chance to view how the elderly couple acquired the shotgun. Basically, they did all the things. They qualified for the. This is Michigan. It wasn't like down here. It's not the South where you can buy a gun at a Walmart. This is Michigan. Like they went through the test. They went through the training. They went through everything. I think
You don't
these
have to
are
do.
You do
You
know
don't
you
have
can
to do
buy
that.
guns in a Walmart in Michigan too, right?
Yeah, it's not.
The
Yeah.
Walmart
It's
I
not
worked
hard to
at
get a
sold
gun
guns.
anywhere in the U.S.
Like, here's
The
my
thing is,
question:
they
Do you want
had
us
the
to look? Do you want us
certification,
to
they
look
had
like?
everything, and they still did it for like literally zero. There was no threat.
Okay, I get that. That's a really
I
bad experience, and that's a
I
person
think you guys
poorly
would think
using.
differently if you
right.
had a shotgun pointed at your head. Like I really do.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Any
that would change your
traumatizing
perspective.
experience would.
Like,
But here's the thing: you gotta look at it like this. That's just one isolated incident.
there's two
I mean,
isolated incidents.
okay, two. Oh my goodness, two isolated incidents of people poorly managing their use of the weapon. Right.
On kids,
And my question to you, my
on
question. Okay, yes,
broad
on a
daylight.
kid, which is why me and Keegan and I, oh what the heck, which is why Keegan and I are suggesting that it should be harder to access such
Mm-hmm.
weapon. Um, my question to you is, do you want us to look like Canada or the UK, where they don't got
Right.
anything on the streets? They just people be knifing
Yeah,
people.
yeah. And guess
Canada's
what? Guess
peaceful, but
what? You don't
UK
get
people just
shot.
be
You don't get shot in freaking for doing nothing in school in Canada or the UK. You don't get any of that. Yeah, sure. People resort to like stabbings and shit, but you can survive. But your chances of surviving a stabbing are a lot higher than getting
is a
shot in the
lot
head.
higher. Yeah, I would think so.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, I agree. We should have the military guns ahoy. I want you to be packed to the teeth. All right. Obviously, I'm not saying demilitarize or anything like that. No, I understand. We need our military to be strong. I've had veterans in my family. Like, yeah, military guns ahoy. I also agree with the police. You don't need a rocket launcher, y'all don't need everything. All right. But for like civilians and stuff like that, you don't. What do you need an automatic like a pistol?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. We
maybe.
need, yeah,
Like
an
That's
automatic.
why we're
That's what
saying
I'm saying.
automatic. You get rid of the
We need to
automatic.
not even just automatics. We just need to remove a lot of these exotic weapons,
Automatic,
like
semi-automatics,
automatic pistols,
shotguns.
like
literally,
people.
my
The
friend
reason
down,
why
my
the
friend down
main
here.
argument as to why people have guns in their household is to prepare for the hypothetical, and if that's true, they don't need
But if you
automatic
look at no, but
pistols,
if you look at the
AK-47s.
statistics, but if you look at the statistics, it's like it's like it's like being afraid of a shark if you never step foot in water. Yeah, sure, a shark could you could still get killed by a shark, but your chances of being killed by a shark on land are nothing. Like you understand? Like
Yeah,
you're
I
not
get that.
like
If it was something like, I don't know, something that wasn't guns, I would get that. That's actually a really good analogy. But people are people, AJ, especially in America. Like,
Hmm.
I get why people will want it. I would never
then they
use
should
one,
stop
but I
doing
get
that.
why people have them. Like, there's a lot of insane individuals.
Like
I mean,
legit.
think about
What are
AJ.
you
People
preparing
get
for?
doxxed for losing a match. People dox others for literally losing a match in R6. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, so there's so many
Yes, like
crazy
you're
people.
ruining people's lives for no reason. at this point. Like that's what the world is like. That's what the U.S. has come to. So, like people like overreact to everything. Like you called a person a bitch in 2016, so therefore I'm canceling you and everything you own. You'll never have a job again. Like literally, people are just extra for no reason. Like yo, shouldn't have people like that should not have access to like things that can kill people. Like you shouldn't at all. Like what? Like there's no yeah. Oh, I need it for protection. If no one has a gun, like, if we I'm about to say the military. If we have no guns, then what are you protecting yourself against?
People will still
You
rob
just
into
live with the
houses.
playing field.
The
If someone
people
robs
will
your house,
always
like
have weapons.
Yeah, people
Uh,
always have
we
weapons of
can we
some
can
sort.
remove guns all we want, but because we're America, AJ,
You're still gonna have
capitalism
the
rules all. You'll have
yeah.
third-party companies selling
Mm-hmm.
something. Don't you worry. People will always have a gun.
You will all in this country. Let's say you ban guns, you will have a way to, get a bow and
like
arrow,
alcohol, like how we banned
a
alcohol, we
fucking
got more alcohol.
a baguette, a fucking, you know,
That's the 21st
a
Amendment. How we ban
slingshot can kill
alcohol.
someone.
No, I'm saying like it's like the situation. I
I'm
understand what you're
so
saying. Like the
happy you
situation
brought up the alcohol
where we
argument.
banned alcohol, so we started bootlegging alcohol. I understand that, but like alcohol, in terms of what alcohol can do to you, where like you get drunk, you might get alcohol poisoning.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, you can
Yeah.
die, but the chances of you dying are a
Okay.
lot less than having a gun. Like, no, I'm gonna try and put this in perspective. Yes, sure, this is backfired. It made like spectacularly, obviously, because like there's so much money to be made. But the difference is when you get rid of alcohol or like any substance, like if you when any drug became illegal, like crack became illegal. Oh, there was a rise in crack. Wow. When weed becomes legal, there's a rise in weed because more people like, oh well, it's become illegal, so I got stockpile it or whatever their thought goes to their mind. It becomes more popular. Yes, I understand that. But then again, yeah, sure, you can overdose from cocaine. You can overdose from drugs. You can drink yourself to literal death. But the chances of that happening are lower than you getting
Okay.
shot. It
So
doesn't like
do you
Not
remember?
necessarily.
Do you remember when you said we should just ban all guns because no one would have one? Therefore, you would need to protect yourself from someone
yeah,
from that has one. So remember how we banned weed, right? People
yeah.
still had it.
Mm-hmm.
People still had it.
But the thing is,
Yeah, sure, it wasn't widely used anymore, but
we
people still
didn't
had
go
it.
collect weed from every house. Like there was no collection. They were just like, oh yeah, we made weed illegal. Like that's basically all they did.
Yeah, but if we ban
It-
guns, that's exactly what. Well, no,
If we
because
were
it's
to
a weapon.
ban,
I guess we would.
if we were to ban guns, it's not, unlike weed. You can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Weed. Maybe you can hide it under a couch. The chances you hiding a rocket launcher under your couch are very
nobody
slim. Of
Anybody
has
has
those
someone
though. We're
rocket
having it.
talking
launchers.
about pistols.
Nobody
People
has
are gonna
rocket
hide those.
launchers.
You can hide
People
your
actually
pistol so
no. People
easily.
actually in the U.S. do own rocket launchers. They just have to have it decommissioned and then not be active. You can still recommission it, but yes. Regardless, you can have any exotic weapon you want. Essentially, in the U.S., you can buy anything. You could go to Walmart today and buy like a
That's
sniper
why we're
rifle if you want.
saying limit
Okay, so you
that.
understand how you just proved my point, right? If we
What?
ban all guns, people are still going to find a way to get them. You do realize that, right? You just proved me right.
So
If
your
we took
solution is
out, if
your
we,
solution is instead of banning guns and having less guns to just allow guns to stay there, but like be harder to get,
no,
even though like
no.
Oh
My,
my god.
Yeah, in combination with
it's a
Keegan's, where it's
half-ass
harder to get,
solution.
mine is. I disagree. Keegan's solution, he's saying make it harder. I'm saying limit how many we sell. Combine those
That's literally
together.
just the
I
same
think
You
thing,
it's a
but just
combine those
different
better.
together,
words.
you're gonna be very well
I
off.
think it's a better. I think it's a better system because if you can't just outright ban everything. I mean,
It doesn't work.
I don't. It just literally it
It
doesn't
does
work.
not work.
When people say ban all guns and then we're gonna take them all away and stuff like that, I think of it as kind of like it's an extreme comparison, but I think of it as like kind of like communism, right? In a
Mm.
bottle, it sounds great. You could take them all away. You
Yeah.
could It sound like you could just
Make
wipe
everyone,
the entire
wealthy.
U.S. You could just wipe the entire U.S. of just
Yeah.
guns. All of it is
Mhm.
gone. You could like despawn every single one of them. If it worked that way, that would be great. Unfortunately, it
does
doesn't.
not.
Just like how everyone in communism, everyone being able to benefit off of one success sounds great in a bottle. In real life, in execution, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I think you banning outright all guns, I think not only is a lazy argument, but I also think you're confused. And I'm providing a
Dom, you
solution,
think I'm confused a lot today.
a more realistic solution.
Mm-hmm.
You said what, AJ?
So you seem to think I'm confused a lot today.
No,
Like,
because
this
it's the way
proven
you
your
phrase
confusion like
things.
4 times.
The way you
like,
phrase stuff.
Is the way you phrase things. That's why I'm like, this guy
like
does
what?
not
My
know what he's
sister went to a
talking about.
psych ward. I think you're confused. Yo, I think your sister did nothing wrong. I think you're confused. Like,
Okay,
I
but
really think
you added
I
context. See,
think
that
you're
one doesn't count.
confused.
That one, no,
No,
that one
yeah.
doesn't count because you added context. That makes way more sense.
Like the
Also,
added
the way you
context
describe
is
the mental facility does not sound like an asylum. That's
No,
not my
it
fault.
doesn't.
You just poorly explained what you were talking. You
Yeah.
poorly
no.
conveyed your
You
thoughts.
just totally assume like a dumbass.
I did not assume. I
He
I
did.
provided.
Okay.
I
With the
provided
information he was
with the
given, he made.
I think I fairly made a fair judgment.
Yeah. he
Wait, I
made
think I made a fair judgment. Yeah. So yeah, I may have been wrong for that one, but to be fair, you poorly explained that. This, however, I made sure everyone got to say what they wanted. I made sure you said whatever you wanted, and Keegan got to
Yeah,
say
I
whatever he
know.
wanted,
I mean, I'm
and
just
then
saying,
I
from
said,
Russell's perspective, it's just like I've almost been shot multiple times for literally nothing. No, I don't
yeah.
like
So
guns.
obviously you're gonna
Like,
want the more extreme example. Like
cause like,
obviously,
yeah, it's like it's
I mean,
different.
yeah,
Cause like, if someone pointed a shotgun at you, you wouldn't have
yeah,
you would be like, yeah, ban that shit right now. I put that shit banned.
yeah,
Like you don't want to get shot. It's
no,
different.
yeah,
Cause like you're not getting in the perspective. Like you guys live in the hypotheticals where it's like, oh, well, like I mean, that's really low the chance of it happening. Listen,
yeah,
I can attest. I had witnesses. I did
yeah.
nothing
No, I
wrong.
get
I
what you're saying.
wasn't
Yeah, no,
prowling.
I
I
100%
wasn't
agree. My
being
opinion would
suspicious.
100% change. Yeah, it would
And it's
100%
not like
change.
it's not
What
like
I'm
I am
telling
now
you,
where I'm like I look like a full grown adult. No, I was like 10. I,
oh,
puberty was a mystery. It, no, like do you
oh,
understand? Like if it was a grown man busting like knocking on your door, maybe I maybe give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you really had like maybe you have PTSD, maybe. But if it's a kid walking up to your door in broad daylight, it's not like it's like at night maybe it's maybe a trap in a nice neighborhood. It's not like the hood. It's a nice neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood, like pristine.
it's
Like
not the
you can
hood, it's a
walking down.
neighborhood.
You can be walking down the street and waving at everybody you meet. Like that type of neighborhood. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're
and it's
saying.
not like
And
you're facing like a
my opinion would
grown ass
100%
man.
change. But
Mine wouldn't.
what I'm saying is, you
And
gotta
that's why
flip your
you're gonna get
perspective.
your
You
ass
gotta,
killed. Like that's
you
the
can't.
difference between white people and black people. I think it's like, yeah, it's like well, I wouldn't change my opinion. Like, it's different when
I
you
wouldn't
get a gun
change
to
my
your face.
opinion because it's happened. I've had a gun in my face before, but I still have this fucking opinion.
I've
I
never
think
had
it's.
one
You're so
in my
I
face
sad though,
think.
dude.
before.
Like you wanna get shot? Like,
I
come
think
on,
my
man. It
opinion
doesn't
would
make
I think
change.
sense,
But
this
man.
is the.
here's the thing. You can't
Hold up.
take this off of your own personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying
Exactly.
flip your
Yes.
perspective
You
and
have
think
to
about
be.
the many.
AJ, I'm
AJ,
trying to be realistic about it. Okay. Do I want guns on the street? Do I want guns everywhere? No. Okay. Do I want handguns out here? No. Okay. But is it realistic to say, hey, yeah, we're gonna go out here and we're gonna ban all guns? No. There's a
No,
reason that is
what
no.
y'all asking is what I would do. What would you do if I would have the power to do this? I would do this. It wasn't.
That's
It's not
What?
being
No,
not
I
what
said
the
realistic.
what's your
question
stance?
was.
I said what is
That's
your
not what the
stance?
With
yeah.
my
What does
stance,
Not
that's my
say what
stance.
we're
My stance is that it's
yeah.
banned. I didn't say it was realistic. I didn't say it was possible. I just said we shouldn't just have. We should only have guns in the military and maybe for like a police officer. That's basically it. Like that's what I meant. You're when you say it's like, oh well, it's realistic. It's like you asked me what my stance is on it, not my like. Yeah, this is my stances on it, dude. I do
Yeah,
realize
no,
it's
no, no.
unrealistic. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I understand that. That's my stance. If I had like, if I was the president of the United States, that's what I would do. Like, like if
Yeah.
I had the
So
power to
here's the
do it,
thing though.
that's what I would do.
With
But like, I
with a
understand it's not
stance,
realistic. But like,
with a stance like that, you need a reason, which you do, but you also need a solution. And your solution was to ban all of them. And I think that just doesn't work. AJ,
my
in the needs
solution
in
is to
in
ban,
the
not ban
wise
the, no,
words.
my solution is to ban it for the citizens, for the people that don't need
Okay.
them. My solution, like, police,
What defines someone who
police
doesn't
is
need a gun?
different
What
because
who
military should definitely have guns. They should have as many guns as they need. They should
no,
have plenty
I
of
mean
guns.
no, I mean between civilians. Like is there a distinct are you saying all civilians shouldn't have it, or are you saying only those who don't need one?
Like people that the people that live in these rich ass neighborhoods with fucking AK-47s for no fucking reason, you shouldn't need one. You don't need one. No one's coming to come rob you. You live in the fucking
Okay, so what
suburbs.
about people in the hood?
People in the hood, you would. I understand. Like for different levels of America,
That
is
That's
different.
doesn't
hypocritical.
make that literally is
No,
insane. You're
no,
giving
hold on. Shut up.
people
Listen. What I'm trying to say is, for like this different like the way I would go about doing it is first off the people like above, like the people on the top, right, where that have guns for literally no reason. It's not protection. It's just for fun and for show, basically. You're just having it to have it, right? You just don't need them. There's no. You didn't. It's not for protection. It's not for anything else. You just have them to have them, and you're being reckless with them. Obviously, you should not have guns. You're a danger. I think everyone could agree with that. If you don't need a gun, you shouldn't get a gun. I understand that people in the hood they need guns to protect themselves, right? But people with other guns or other weapons that can do the same as a gun, right? Like basically the reason most people in the hood say I have a gun for protection. It's the main reason. We
so as
that's the
president
problem,
you wouldn't. Wait,
huh?
okay. Yeah, so what you're saying is pretty much just it's what I'm saying, but just more, you know,
Extreme, yeah.
no, not
No, it's
experience. It's literally just it's what I'm saying, but worse. It's like
yeah.
it's like you have me and you have the same solution, but yours is just slightly just surface level. Like I don't know. It's like yeah, people your distinction between citizens that need a gun and don't need a gun is not really defined, well defined. Because then what really defines a hood? You know what
hmm
I'm saying? And what really
No one
defines a
needs a
rich
gun.
neighborhood?
You don't need a gun. You don't
Okay, but
need a
then you
gun.
just
Okay,
said
so now you're back to saying no one needs a
right.
gun.
You're
No.
contradicting yourself.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Let me make this distinction. Anytime I say no one needs a gun, I'm including military, and I'm including military. You understand that? All right. Good.
Okay,
Everybody on the same page. Yes, military
okay.
obviously needs guns. That's just that's a dumbass thing. They need whatever weapon we have that is up to date to par. All right. Whatever AK whatever is they need, they can have it. It's their job. Now, you don't need those same like in when it comes to civilians, regular ass people, the average Joe. We need like I don't when I say ban all guns, I don't mean like oh we just banned it. No, what I mean is you go in any corporation that tries to sell guns, you stop them. When you see when drugs come over here, they don't just sit there and oh well they have drugs now, so we can't do anything. No, what do we have? We have drug task force that go in and take the gun, take the drugs away from them and put them in holding. If a company tries to sell guns this time, if someone tries to sell guns or import guns, we need a task force to handle people that handle the things drug. God damn it, guns that are coming over. It's the same way we handle any other addiction that people have and they crave and they want and they can't be without, and that we take away from them, is the same solution we should have to this. If